Y'all, so the other day, I was doom scrolling on TikTok and I ran across this girl that said she was moving away to Afghanistan to be with her husband that she met once. So you telling me you're moving to Afghanistan for a nigga? I cannot stress how much this whole situation has stressed me out. I don't even know the bit. What I do know is the dumb. Excuse my language. Or maybe she's not dumb. Maybe there's something deeper going on. There has to be something deeper going on. Because ain't no way you moving to Afghanistan for some Hi y'all, I'm Jupiter. If you're new here, what's up? And if you're back here, you look really pretty in this lighting. Did you like do something new with your hair? I talk about women's issues and I post weekly. So if you enjoy the video, give me a subscribe. Now let's get into the subject at hand. So for anyone that's unfamiliar with what's been going on in Afghanistan recently, I don't know a lot about it, but I know for the longest it's been a struggle for women having any rights up there, but recently it's gotten to a whole new extreme. Women cannot study past grade 6. Women can't have certain jobs. Most jobs they're not allowed to have. I don't know what jobs they're allowed to have, but most of them they can't have. Obviously because they're being limited down to like grade 6. They have to cover everything from head to toe. They can't even show their face. They're really just wearing scarves. They're not allowed to go to gyms or parks or basically anywhere. I think they're only allowed to go to like the market, and anywhere they're allowed to go, they have to be accompanied by their husband or brother or dad. Women are not even allowed to speak anymore. They cannot speak in public places, even to another woman. They can't speak to another man in public places. It's crazy up there for women. They have no rights. They're seen as property up there. And it's like, I feel like a majority of us have become aware of this from one way or another, whether we were just on TikTok and came across that, or just anywhere. If we're reading news articles, there's videos showing this going down. So to me, I'm thinking, how naive do you have to be that you want to move over there as a woman for some like you're giving up your rights for some anyway, okay, let's just look through her account. Like, that's what we're gonna do. Because of copyright, I can't like show like the song, so I'm just gonna lip sync it. You'll hear it. Already got the time and the place, I can be done. And then she does this. Hold up one second. Gonna be the man I need, I think is what it says right there. Yeah, and then that, yeah, y'all get it. So that's the video I saw, and I was like, she has to be rage baiting, right? People in the comments aren't sure if she's rage baiting. I'm not even sure if she's rage baiting. I think she's dead ass though. I think she's actually this stupid. I should stop using the word as stupid, but come on, y'all. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. In my head, I'm thinking maybe there's some sort of loneliness, like she could be like super lonely up here. But my thing is, she ain't even ugly. Like, she thick, she decent looking, she could go get herself a man up here. Why are you going with this? Anyway, okay, I'm just rambling. But okay, since everyone's telling her that this is a terrible idea, she's gonna move up the date to ruin her life quicker. Can't stop her, y'all. If I were to do something so incredibly dumb, I want y'all to tell me. Like, if I come on here saying some crazy shit, and I got bipolar disorder, so in a manic episode, I could come on here and like be a month off my meds and be saying some crazy wild I want y'all to be honest with me and tell me right away that I need to go check myself in a mental facility. Like, I'll listen. If hundreds of thousands of people are telling you that this is a stupid idea, maybe you should listen. Just before I filmed this video, I watched a movie, what is it, Not Without My Daughter, and it's based off a true story. I was screaming at the TV, I know my neighbors are tired of me. And to think that movie happened in the 80s, and the 80s wasn't as bad as it is in 2026. So the way that women were trying to escape Afghanistan then, and it's worse now, what the f is wrong with you? Let's stalk her account, y'all. She posted this today. Our first picture together. Our second picture together. Our last picture together. So, babe, you got 3 pictures with your husband? But let's watch the story of how they met, guys, because surely they had to have been together in person for like years, right? Because why would you go somewhere to ruin your life for someone that you barely know, you know? Why would you do that?
I get asked this question all the time, so I figured I would reply with a video. So we actually met on Snapchat in July of 2024, and we didn't meet IRL until December of 2024. So at first I wasn't actually looking for a relationship, but we exchanged WhatsApp numbers anyways. I'm a truck driver, so of course I could yap all day long.
Well, she won't be a truck driver or a driver of any sort or have a job in a few months. And only a month. Oh my God. She's ruining her life in a month exactly from today.
He was just really somebody that was easy to talk to. When I say talk, I mean we talked for 12 to 15 hours a day, like probably even more than that. So even though we had only been talking for around 5 to 6 months before we met IRL, it felt like I was not meeting a stranger, honestly, because we had spent so much time getting to know each other over the phone through conversation that I felt like I knew him forever when I met him.
Yeah, because someone over the phone will be completely the same in person. We all know that, guys, right? We all know that.
So at this point, it has been 2 years that we have been long distance. Well, not a full 2 years, but almost 2 years. And I am so ready to be with him, whether it's here in the US, whether it's in Afghanistan. Also, and this is just my opinion, I think more women in the US should get out of the box and date more men outside the US, marry more men outside the US, whatever you want to do.
I don't know about marrying anyone from Afghanistan. I don't want to be in this situation. For one, I can't do long distance relationships because I like cuddling too much, okay? For two, why would I want to be in a long distance relationship with someone in a country I can't even go to if I want to keep my rights? Like, I'm good, homie. I guess it depends on your needs. Just I wouldn't recommend talking to someone from Afghan, especially after I just seen that movie, Not Without My Daughter. I'm a little traumatized. Of course, I know not all Afghan men are like that, okay? I'm just saying. If I gotta go there, homie, I can't be with you.
Because men, I feel like they're just not it. Like, here in the US, the red pill content, the 50-50, like, I just could never understand that.
That's the only thing I agree with you on, right? That's the only thing I agree with you on. But not all men are like that in the US, okay? We got millions of niggas in the US. How many niggas in the US? That is not what I was trying to type in. I was trying to figure out how many men were in the US. They said Black or African American individual. I shouldn't be laughing. The AI's fucking racist. How do I turn this AI thing off anyway? Like, low-key, there's 168 million to 175 million men in the United States. Not all of them niggas are gonna be red pill. I can't believe AI just did us like that. I mean, I can.
And I feel that men that are like from other countries, they've been raised with different values around family, partnership. Obviously though, every relationship is different, every man is different. This is just my personal experience, and taking a chance on somebody that I would have never thought I would actually fall in love with was the best decision I ever made.
Anyway, y'all met on Snapchat? Out of anything you could have met this man on, I feel like Snapchat or Facebook, WhatsApp, actually anywhere, anything online, if that's where you meet your man and he's not even in the United States, yeah, there's a problem. For one, those are usually scammers, girl. All those like scammer stories that I be hearing about, and anyone in the US obviously can scam you too. I've seen enough catfish. I don't know what I mean. Like the second like some African man is on my Facebook in my DMs messaging me some shit, I know they about to try to scam my ass. No, one time I got this DM from this African guy on Facebook, and he was like basically saying I was his wife. And I'm like, when did this happen? And then this nigga was like trying to tell me that he's gonna move me down there soon. Like there was this whole conversation that I wasn't even responding to, but somehow I was his wife, and he was saying that he's a prince in Africa, and that I almost said African. He was a prince in Africa, and I will be his next wife, and he's gonna fly me out there. Y'all know damn well that was a scammer, or just some schizophrenic guy that probably lived in the US. When you move to Afghanistan, how do you plan on keeping your social media platforms? And I've seen you show off your makeup products. How do you plan to wear that makeup? Also, I saw one of your videos. You plan on taking some bath and body work products to your husband's family, but I thought those types of products were banned. They are. They are, bitch. At least in public use. What about leaving your home alone? The gym, the park. Sorry if I'm coming off rude. It's hard to show nice tone through commenting.
So I'm going to try to answer all your questions the best I can because I keep getting a lot of comments that kind of relate to these questions. So as for social media, there are a lot of content creators from Afghanistan. They primarily are on Instagram from what I've seen, but I have seen them on TikTok and I've also seen them on Facebook.
Y'all, when I seen this video first, I tried to look up like any content creators that were women in Afghanistan. I found none. The last post that I've seen from anyone, from any woman in Afghanistan, like legit post that I seen, was from 2023. That was 3 years ago. A lot's changed. I think the US pulled out of Afghanistan in 2021. So now there's not even a US embassy there. So if you get stranded there, you're screwed. Sorry, that's a little off what I was saying, but I just had to talk about that. But I couldn't figure out any content creators that she was talking about. And as you see, she's not even sure. Oh, I seen most of them through Instagram. Why are you lying? I've seen a few posts from men, and I've seen a lot of recent posts from men, but none from women. So I think she's like, she has to be delusional. Her husband has to be lying to her. Anyway, let's just keep watching.
For example, my husband uses Facebook to advertise jewelry that he sells and the cars that he sells.
Her husband, a man, uses social media. All right.
So as for makeup and products like Bath & Body Works, normal, everyday, modest makeup and just being modest with your perfume is generally okay.
As long as it's modest makeup and everything. Girl, like modest makeup where? Where are you gonna wear the makeup?
Obviously, there's a lot of cultural differences when it comes to stuff like that, and weddings and celebrations tend to be a bit different. So when it comes to things like traveling or going out, I'm still learning. I will probably be able to tell you a lot better when I'm actually there, but I'm going there specifically to be with my husband. So I will, on a day-to-day basis, I will be spending all my time with him or his family.
How's she gonna tell us? Like, y'all, this has to be rage bait, or she has to be super delusional, or her husband's manipulating the fuck out of her. How are you gonna tell us? For one, I heard TikTok's banned up there, but you know, you can always use a VPN. Okay, let's say she gets a VPN. Let's say she goes up there, she gets a VPN, and her husband lets her use her phone. Can she be punished for posting on social media, like her face? Y'all, I don't know, I'm just speaking out my ass right now, but like, I cannot see a world where they would let women are property. They don't have any rights. So I guess that would go on the husband. But even if the husband was like telling his wife, you could go walk out naked, she's gonna get in big trouble. So I can't see a world where she'd be allowed to even post her face on social media if women are even allowed to use social media. I'm gonna look that up. Hold up. Basically, it says you're not allowed to say anything negative about what's going on up there politically. But I think that's just for anyone. Yeah, I think that's for anyone there. It says women are allowed to use social media. They just can't talk about anything negative about what's going on up there. Their accounts are basically very monitored. So maybe she'd be able to post. Okay, basically from what I'm reading, it's like, yeah, you could post whatever you want, as long as you're not talking negatively about us. And if you are, then you'll get arrested. And actually, we kind of just don't want women to have internet access anyway. We don't even want your voices to be heard outside. So maybe you shouldn't post. That's basically what I just got from everything I just read.
And as for the gym, my husband's aunt actually goes to the gym, and it's a women's only gym, which tea, because I would prefer that anyway. I do appreciate you asking respectfully though, and I can't answer all your questions or give you detailed answers, but I will be able to tell you more once I'm actually there.
She'll be able to tell us more when she's actually there. And her internet access will probably be very, very, very limited. I don't think we're gonna hear back from her when she moves there. And let's go back. Did she just say the gym? It's like one quick Google search and you could find out that women aren't even allowed to go to the gym. She is in a completely different universe right now. That dick must be phenomenal. The dick was so good, it took away her internet access to figure out what actually is gonna go on when she gets there. That dick was so good, it put her brain in her ass. Someone commented underneath, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This is probably why it was so hard to even find any content creators from Afghanistan. You have to register to the Ministry of Information to be a content creator. And about 50 content creators, 13 of them women were jailed for their content. Who knows what their content was, but I bet you she won't be allowed to post. That's all I can say. Oh my God, and I forgot to mention with the last video that we just seen when she was talking about how she's gonna spend a lot of time with his family, and her husband. If y'all haven't seen Not Without My Daughter, y'all need to watch that. Because that was in on it too. His family, they was all in on that. But in my opinion, what I feel like is happening is this man is literally manipulating her to go down there. And then he's gonna keep her there. Let's say he's like the sweetest guy in the world and it just for some reason doesn't work out. You're trapped there.
I'm an American moving to Afghanistan, and this is part 2 of all of the things I got as gifts from my husband's family. This is all for the kids. So first off, I got this like coloring book. I thought it was really cute for the girls. It has stickers where you can decorate the pages and color them, and stencils and stuff built in. And then I got a Spider-Man book for the boys, just a regular coloring book. So I also got some coloring pencils, of course, to go with that, some crayons, and some pencil sharpeners that I thought were cute. I also got some puzzles. I got a 48-piece Toy Story, 350-piece Cottage, 500-piece Colorful Buildings. I tried to get a bunch of puzzles that would be different sizes. I'm not really sure if water balloon fights like are a thing in Afghanistan, but I just saw these and I thought, you know, who doesn't love a good water balloon fight? I got this because I think it's really neat that you can put it together yourself. Same with this one. I think this is really cute and you can build it and then keep it and put it, like display it wherever. And lastly, I got these SpongeBob cards.
At least she's bringing the kids some toys and stuff. I genuinely just want to know why you would ever want to do this. For real, like, it pisses me off to no end that you were born in America. You won the lottery to be born in America. Look, as many problems as I have with America, no one can sit here and deny that this is a very lucky place to be compared to a lot of other countries, especially as a woman. So for you to be in a blessed position to be born in America and you're gonna sit here and make your, oh my fucking God.
So I'm gonna respond to some of the comments I keep seeing in my comment section because a lot of them are getting repeated and I just can't respond to all of them. So as for this comment, I keep seeing this comment and I haven't seen my husband in almost 2 years, so I'm just gonna go where he's at because he can't come to where I'm at. And that's really my why.
Okay, baby, then get a divorce. Like, it's not working, baby. Like, I love you. I love you. The dick was phenomenal, but I think we need a divorce because I'll be damned if I move down there. And he's not a good husband because why the fuck do you want your wife to even move up there if she has a great life in America? He was trying to move to America for a reason, so why the hell would you go down? I got a fucking headache. I got a headache. Can I ask your ethnic background? Are you also Middle Eastern?
I keep seeing this comment too, so I guess I will go ahead and address it. Yeah, I am half Arab, half Jordanian. And the other half of me is from the US, I guess you could say.
Were you born in the US or what? I have to like censor my videos right now because YouTube is mad at me. So I need to stop cussing.
My mom is from Kentucky. My dad is full Jordanian, so yep. Okay, so this comment threw me because where did this come from? Like, I don't have children. I've never had children. I don't know where this comment came from.
Right. Why would there be water balloon fights? Not to mention the first book. Why would their parents allow that?
This comment is just absurd. Like, you guys really believe that children are not allowed to play?
Have y'all ever wanted to like slap someone through the screen? My period's coming, so I'm a little emotional. If y'all actually see my eyes watering right now, that's out of anger and frustration of the idiocy. I can't talk. How are you this ignorant to somewhere you're moving? You do realize there are babies, like toddlers, getting married off to old ass men. And she's emphasizing children because we understand children as children and how they shouldn't be married off to a old ass man. Okay, we understand this, right? She understands children are children, right? What's going on in Afghanistan is not how we view children in the US, bro. They are marrying toddlers off, like 3 years, people as young as 3. I've heard younger, to grown ass man. Of course, their whole culture with playing as kids is completely different. It has to be, no? Like, for her to even, like, oh my God, y'all.
This comment,
I'd find a new husband. Girl, that's what I just said. We gotta break up. Like, we done. It's over with. Like, girl, I ain't giving up my rights for no d. Am I right, ladies? Am I f***ing right?
this comment must be why divorce rates are so high in America. That's really all I have to say for now. I might make a part 2, but yeah, so there's that.
She thought she ate with that one.
This must be why the divorce rates are so high. Women nowadays aren't willing to give up their rights for their nigga.
This is the biggest bird brain I've ever f***ing seen in my life. This is the birdiest of the birdium qualvillium. Birdium. This is birdism at its finest. Someone commented, if this is a joke, you're not funny. For real, because if this all, like, let's say this all is just a joke. This is her rage baiting us. This is her getting ready to promote something. This is something that's not funny. This is shit that you don't joke about, girl. There's women trying to escape from Afghanistan and you're sitting here and joking about it. Like, I hope she's joking, but you cannot stop dumb people from doing dumb things. Okay, someone asks, why wouldn't you go somewhere both of you guys can be together? Which is what I was thinking. Like, why don't you just go to fucking somewhere else? I can't think right now. My ass was about to say Kentucky because she said Kentucky earlier and I'm like, bro, that's in America, you dumb bitch.
So this is part 2 of me answering your guys' questions in the comments. The reason we can't go to another country is because Afghan passports are just not strong enough. So I really like this comment because it reminded me of a time when I went to Chicago with friends. We took the wrong exit and we were immediately pulled over by police and we were told to leave the area because it was too dangerous. So yeah, do what you will with that info.
I'm literally located in Chicago. Like, I live in Chicago. I've lived here for like my entire life, basically. To relate Chicago to Afghanistan is wild. I wouldn't say that's anywhere near Afghanistan. No, I wouldn't say that. Please make a part 2 of how you believe your life will look once you are there.
So as for my day-to-day life, I plan on taking like little day trips with my husband, seeing the nature and the landscape of Afghanistan.
She'll be seeing the nature and everything she's allowed to, and everywhere she's allowed to go to, she'll be seeing it through the lens of this like sheet. Like, girl, wake the up. I hope she wakes up before she gets on that plane because there's no coming back from that.
His aunt goes to the gym and I really like going to the gym. I just don't have like a whole lot of time with my job. So I'll probably go with her. Hang out with all the friends I've met on TikTok, go eat, go shopping, things like that.
Do you guys think she's joking? Like, comment down below. Do you think this is like some sick joke? Because she's saying things that you could do in America as a woman, but she's like, you can't do those things in Afghanistan. You will not be allowed to go to the gym. Hang out with the friends you met off TikTok. You know you need a male guardian there and you're not allowed to speak because women can't speak in public. So where are you gonna hang out with them at? At your house? And is your husband gonna allow that because everything's on your husband now because you're a child when you get there? Like, girl, like, you are so no. Someone commented, be serious. Are you trolling us? I'm also moving to North Korea. I love the landscape. I'm starting to think she's just trolling us because we'll see after August 3rd, but I really think she's just trolling us now. Because ain't no way, just like literally, ain't no way. And then if I were her, I would turn off the comments if I was dead ass. I don't want to hear you guys' advice. Maybe she's keeping the comments on because maybe in the back of her head, she knows this is a horrible decision and she's like just hoping maybe one comment, like, you know, subconsciously when you do things just because you know what the right decision is, maybe that's what's happening to her. And she's just hoping that maybe one of these comments will wake her up or something. I don't know. Have you ever seen the movie Not Without My Daughter?
So this comment I see the most, like out of all of them, this is the one I see the most. I feel like if you have to use a movie or an experience that's almost 30 years old.
Ironically, it's worse nowadays.
30 years old to generalize an entire population, then I feel like you are just a...
That's exactly what we're doing. You got us. We're all racist. You're right. That's the end of this video, guys. She was right. We're just racist. Well, that's the end of this video. That was basically the end of like her interesting timeline. So what do y'all think? Do you guys think that this is just a sick joke and she's just rage baiting us? Or do you think she's like dead ass and about to make the worst decision of her entire life? Because after this, that's the only decision or choice she'll have for the rest of her life if she actually does this. I have so many thoughts and opinions on this. Like, I'm disgusted. If this isn't a joke, I'm disgusted. If this is a joke, I'm disgusted. Because it's like, girl, you really have to be one of the dumbest people alive to think that this is a good choice in any capacity. You love so much that you're willing to give up your autonomy. This is the dumbest I've ever seen. Yeah, like if you guys want like a part 2, like later on when we get more updates before she leaves, I will talk about it, because I just want to figure out, like, I have so many questions and I'm so disgusted. Like, y'all, I'm just gonna keep talking in circles. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, please hit like and subscribe. But I mean, you made it to the end, so you might as well hit that subscribe button. If you guys want to see me daily just talk about nothing on my other socials, I will leave them either in the pinned comment below or in the description. I always say I'm gonna leave in the pinned comment below, and for some reason I never do. So maybe I'll do that today. But you can follow me on my socials at Cheaper's World. Help beat misogyny, guys. Subscribe. And give me your thoughts and opinions, like, on this whole situation, because I'm so disturbed, disgusted, and confused. Like, y'all don't understand. But I mean, like, it's her choice. We all tried. Like, you can't fix stupid.
Now that Afghan women are trending again for you guys, this is your reminder that if you're a white woman who just wants to talk about me versus Afghan women and post about like little edits of women in their blue burqas, but you have no idea what the fuck the history of Afghanistan is, you have done no research, you don't understand that the issue in Afghanistan currently is not just a feminist issue, but also a post-colonial issue, also an imperialist issue, and that Afghanistan wouldn't be today, the situation would not be as dire if it was not for the USA and the imperial powers, and also the many other colonial powers that were in Afghanistan before the USA. If you don't understand the history that has led Afghanistan to the point today, and you think that it's just radical Islam, or you think it's just the backwards culture of Afghanistan, like, you respectfully, actually disrespectfully, shut the fuck up. Disrespectfully shut the fuck up, and please let Afghan voices be heard. There are so many of us that have been advocating for Afghanistan for years, working in research institutes in Kabul, working with advocacy groups across the world, working with aid groups, providing resettlement for refugees in nearby countries, and none of that is ever going to be amplified. It'll always be the white woman's voice that's amplified. This is the issue that I have with white woman feminism, is that it stops at Hillary Clinton pantsuit feminism, let women learn, but it will never go further than that to analyze why Afghan women are in the position that they are, because of US imperialism, because of the horrific war that the US waged that caused the country to be so weak that terrorist groups were able to take power, that has denied Afghanistan of its democracy for centuries, even before the US, the colonial powers that were in Afghanistan. They will never teach you that.